That evening, I walked into the gym with a simple plan. Surprise Emma after her workout and take her to her favorite Italian restaurant downtown. But the moment I stepped inside, everything changed. There she was, lying face down on the stretching mat, with Tyler, her trainer, hovering over her. His hands moved along her lower back and thighs, and she giggled, flipping her hair playfully. Several people in the gym paused mid-exercise, clearly entertained by the scene. I quietly set down her water bottle, trying to maintain my composure. Before I could even speak, she glanced at me and, loud enough for everyone to hear, said, "Relax. He's just stretching me. If you're jealous, go home." Laughter rippled through the room. She didn't even spare me a second glance. In that moment, something inside me clicked. I didn't shout, argue, or make a scene. I simply realized it was over. I gave a slight nod, turned, and walked out, leaving her laughing with Tyler as if I didn't exist. On the way to my car, there were no tears, no slammed fists, no dramatic display. I pulled out my phone, dialed a number, and said 4 calm words, "It's time. Do it." On the other end, Daniel, my best friend and the acting manager of the gym, paused and replied, "Understood, sir." Yes, her. What Emma had never known during our 3 years together was that I actually owned the gym. I had quietly bought it when it was on the brink of bankruptcy and left Daniel in charge, remaining a silent investor. I wanted a place where people didn't treat me differently because of money, where my personal life and business stayed separate. I never told her. I wanted to see how she would behave if she believed I was just an ordinary guy. And last night, she had failed spectacularly. The next morning, she moved around the house as if nothing had happened. She smiled at me while stretching, and I simply read the newspaper. "Still upset about yesterday? You know I was joking, right?" she said. I didn't respond. I handed her coffee and told her, "Go to the gym early today. Things might be different." When she arrived, she immediately sensed that something was wrong. The receptionist avoided eye contact. Members whispered behind her back. Tyler stood outside the office, holding a crumpled termination letter, his face pale and stunned. She couldn't believe it. "This is ridiculous. I didn't do anything wrong," she muttered, confusion and anger written all over her face. He was escorted out by 2 security guards, shouting all the way. Emma stormed in, her heels striking the floor sharply, demanding answers. Her gaze landed on a notice at the front desk. "Membership terminated. Emma call. Effective immediately. Access revoked." Her confident smirk faltered. She pushed open the manager's office door. "Where's Daniel? He can't do this." "I'll speak to the owner myself," she snapped. Daniel remained composed. "Emma, your actions yesterday broke gym policy, professionalism, and respect. Your membership is terminated." "That's not your decision to make." "I'll go straight to the owner," she insisted. A faint smirk appeared on Daniel's lips. "You don't need to. He's already here." I stepped forward slowly. Emma's face drained of color, disbelief and panic mingling in her expression. You own this place," she stammered. "Every treadmill, every camera, every paycheck," I said evenly, "including your trainers." She tried to speak but found no words. Everyone who had witnessed her mockery the night before now watched as she crumbled. Tears threatened to spill from her eyes. She reached for my hand, but I withdrew. "You told me to leave if I was jealous," I said softly. "So I did. And while I was gone, I realized something. You don't respect me. A marriage without respect isn't a marriage, it's charity." A single tear rolled down her cheek. "Please, can we just talk?" "Not here," she whispered. But I had already stepped away. This was the consequence of treating loyalty as optional. I didn't yell. I didn't seek revenge. I simply walked past her, past the stunned trainer, past the silent crowd. Sometimes true power isn't in raising your voice, it's in knowing you never have to. Emma stood in the center of the gym, surrounded by people yet utterly alone. The woman who once regretted not being assertive enough now watched me leave, not as her husband, but as a man who had finally reclaimed his self-worth. For the first time, she understood she hadn't just lost a husband. She had lost her protector, her provider, her friend, and the quiet owner of everything she had assumed she could disrespect.